back. Yeah, Twitch just had an outage for a second. It happens when you stream for like however many hours we've been going. And I intend to keep rolling. So yeah, hey everybody, we should be back. It's fine. It was just a few second long outage. Hopefully we're rolling. Everything sounds okay. Give me a thumbs up in chat if everything's going good. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I was telling us about Eustace's cooking skills. So, Eustace is not great at cooking foods that, like, are commoner-related foods in general. However, this is the tiniest thing in the goddamn universe, but you know what Eustace is killer at cooking? The creamy chowder that his mother used to make. Ugh. Fucking breaks my heart, everybody. Small stuff like that, let me tell you. God. Yeah, so with that out of the way, let's head on up to, let's head up to the North Highway. And it's time to sort of kick forward the game and the world state a bit. Now I believe actually we just want to take a quick turbo nap over here. But yeah, there's a lot of small character building details that are sort of tucked away a little bit. I think this game does a good job of telling you a lot about the characters, but also showing you an equivalent amount about, like, they won't spell out in excruciating detail what these people are going through. You'll just get a passing, like, remark or two. And as the game goes on, you'll be like, oh, shit. Okay, that's what's up. Alright. So, we're gonna go fight a big scary monster up here. Because, you know, it's the ideal RPG cocktail. You start to cry a little bit, and then you go punch a giant Venus flytrap with 900 mouths. There it is. Looks as strong as yesterday's. That means we'll really need to be careful, considering Eustace isn't with us today. Reen, I'm ashamed of what happened yesterday. I know we've had our share of differences, but, well, he's embarrassed. Quiet, Fee, I'm trying to. I cause problems for everyone, too. Reen drinking game. Breathe deeply. Meditate for a second. Pat yourself on the back. Enjoy life a little bit more. My injuries were a result of my own carelessness. Hopefully, by giving this fight everything we've got, we can make up for this whole mess. Together. I'm counting on you, Machias. I won't let you down. Yeah, so what Eustace said last night about Reen selflessly diving into every scenario also applies to how he interacts with people socially. In a split second, he'll dive in front of attacks to make sure that other people live, but if there is a problem, Reen will say, no, this is actually my fault. And Eustace is right. It verges on arrogance. It's like what Reen's old master used to say, you gotta save yourself before you save others, kiddo. Okay.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
So, we've got a perfect setup for this. Oh my god, crit turn 2. Beautiful. So, turn 1, motivate.
Let's do this.
Turn 2, crit Sylphie dance.
There you go. Silky dance.
I want to see the damage on this. This is gonna be Chris. Oh, beautiful. Turn 3 flame slash. The spiciest meatball. Overkill, swift and sure, unscathed, vanquisher. 2 times experience from a boss. Look at those bars go. Can you guys tell I like this game?
I did it.
Oh my god.
Done.
No, like, if you know how to put your team together, dear god. won. We sure did, and in doing so, I believe we've successfully redeemed ourselves for yesterday. Good work, everyone! It's like the enemy didn't get a turn! I suppose that gets a pass. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been dragging you all down, especially you, Reen. I owe you a double the apology. I'm sorry! Please forgive me! It's alright, Machias. Don't worry about it. If I just answered you honestly from the start, Reen, please stop. He's apologizing. Let him. All of this could have been avoided, so if anything, I should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry for misleading you, Reen. My child. Please. No. Anyway, it's all in the past now. I'm glad to have you in the group, Machias. Same to you. And I'm glad the two of you were finally able to make up. Ah, youth, Fee. Hey, don't make fun of us. So as long as we're on a roll here, why not use this chance to make up with Eustace too? What? If you could just be more honest with one another, I'm sure even combat links wouldn't be out of the... Not a chance! My behavior towards you was wrong, and I fully admit that, but Eustace is a whole different story. He and I are fundamentally incompatible, and nothing any of you can do can change that. I guess getting those two to accept each other is still a long ways off. Well, we should probably head back to town, don't you think? Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Eustace should be back soon. I'm hungry. Fine, let's go. Oh my god. It's like, once you start noticing that Reen does this, you notice he never stops. He never lets up on
We
himself.
have the advantage.
I love him. I love him.
Okay.
Please, someone help.
Okay, yeah.
Like, Eustace is to give him a lot of credit, Eustace is the one that's
Okay.
just like, hey, Reen, you got a problem. Like, please, take care of
Let's keep
yourself a
moving.
little bit better. Toa too, to be fair. Oh, have a good night. Let's see. Oh boy, here we go. The Provincial Army? You're those students from Thor's military academy, aren't you? You're the ones who've come for a field study? Yeah, that's us. Is there some kind of a problem? He's a perfect match for the photo. How convenient for us, huh? Toot! What are you doing? First year student Machias Regnitz, correct? You're under arrest. Don't try to resist if you know what's good for you. What? What's going on? Wait, this has to be some kind of mistake. On what grounds are you arresting him? A number of charges have been filed, but the most egregious is an accusation of trespassing into Orok's fort yesterday afternoon. What do you mean? When we saw that silver object, you can't be serious! I was near the fort at the time the incursion occurred, certainly, but I was there with my classmates. If you aren't going to believe their testimony, then why am I the only one under suspicion? Every one of us here can vouch for him. Not just us. Eustace Alberea was with us at the time and can personally verify that what Machias says is true. You have to do better than that. We've got like 3 more guys who will need convincing now. Huh. We're outnumbered. All you need to know is that this boy is a person of interest, and we have the right to take him in for questioning. There's no point fighting it. You're coming with us, whether you like it or not. Slightly miffed Reen. Oh my god, Fee has an angry face. She's mean now. Oh man, looks like she was right on the mark. Yes! Sorry. I'm saying that for no reason. Glad I came here for Graham for this. But the question is, what's the best way to handle this situation? Don't question it. Don't question that. Don't question that guy. He's no one, probably. Don't worry about it. You didn't even let me have my shotgun. Don't worry. Do as you're told and you won't be hurt. If you're found to be innocent, we'll let you out eventually. Dot, 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 dot. Damn it, how could I have been so careless? Considering Dad's position, I should have known this would happen. I keep telling you, Machias couldn't possibly have committed the crimes he's been accused of. He's been with us ever since we arrived in Breahard yesterday afternoon. He's never left our sight. So if you really believe he was responsible, shouldn't you be arresting us as well? Arrest me. Do it. I dare you, do it. Emma, please. Machias Regnitz will be kept in our custody until he's been cleared of all charges against him. We've already contacted the Academy to inform them of this. You kids should just focus on your field study or whatever it is you're here for, and let due process take its course. Ah, unbelievable. Oh, and one more thing. Eustace's business at the Duke's estate will take longer than expected to complete. I'm afraid he'll be unable to rejoin you. That can't... Did this come from Eustace himself? Couldn't tell you. I'm just relaying the message given to me by the Alberea household. And don't even think of going to the mansion to see him. You won't even get past the front gate. I'm betting they had this whole thing planned out since yesterday, which means the reason Eustace got called away is because they knew if you were there, he may have been able to prevent Machias' arrest. I assume that's what you were going to say anyway. Makes sense. He was probably called home to keep him from interfering. Almost certainly, I'd say. It's past noon already. We should head back to the hotel. If Eustace hasn't left a message for us, we're going to need to start thinking about other ways to handle this. Very, very important ellipses. Oh, hotel's on lockdown too, I suppose. I'm terribly sorry. They insisted on conducting a precautionary search as part of this investigation. I believe they'll be leaving this afternoon, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I see. I'm very sorry for the trouble. I think we should go. Okay. Yes, I agree. Hooray, we got in accordance as a reward. Let's get some nice lunch. Yeah, the soldiers are stationed at the restaurant, which, yeah. Not okay, so we're hitting up a bar. So, in all likelihood, the reason Machias was arrested has nothing to do with the incident at the fort yesterday. They just wanted him because his father is the imperial governor and a key figure in the reformist faction. Basically, they wanted a hostage so they could have an advantage in future negotiations. That does seem to be the most plausible explanation. It wouldn't hurt him or anything though, right? I wouldn't be so sure. Tensions are high on both sides. Worst case scenario, they might use the threat of violence to get what they want. That's awful. This may well fall under the scope of our field study, however. It may be risky, but how about we try to do something about this situation ourselves? I think we should. We just can't abandon him. Let's break laws. I want to break laws. I'm in. Thank you both. I think our best bet here is to track down Eustace. There's no way he could possibly have been in favor of arresting Machias. Yes, I agree. This has to have been a decision by Duke Alberea himself. But Eustace is locked up at home. Maybe his brother would help us. Rufus? He did have a pleasant demeanor when speaking with Machias yesterday, so he just might. But he said he had business to take care of in the capital, and there's no telling when he'll be back from that. So I don't think we can count on him, unfortunately. Got it. Then our only option is to break him out ourselves. Fee? That's a little excessive. Think about it. We have a perfect chance to bust him out while he's still at the guardhouse, but if they take him to the fort, we lose that chance, and we won't get another. Well, can't argue with that, at least. Alright, let's give it a try. Crime time, everyone! Okay, if you're sure. We need to be as covert as possible, though. If we get caught, it has to be after Machias is out safely. If it's before that, there's no way we can talk our way out of this. But the charges against him are obviously false, so if we can get him out safely, they'll be very limited in what they can do to retaliate. Yeah, and the provincial army isn't going to want to do anything that will hurt their image either. If we can manage to get out of Breahard, we're more or less home free. So, no smoke grenades then. Smoke grenades? You don't carry those around with you, do you? What fair maiden doesn't? I don't even know where to begin listing what's wrong with that statement. Hey, Master, what are the monsters in the underground waterway like these days? Been about 3 months or so since you last went down there, huh? Guessing that place is probably crawling with them again by now. No, I'm sure not going down to check. It seems pretty obvious that the provincial army's got no interest in taking care of them. How can they even sleep at night knowing their beautiful city's got nasty monsters crawling around underneath it? I'd go take care of them myself if someone put a request in. Well, if I hear of anything of the sort, I'll send a message over to Legram and let them know. Sure, it'd make you some good scratch. Cheers to that, Master. Alright, I'd better get going. Looking forward to dropping by for another of your espressos sometime. Sure. I'll see you on the way back if you can make it. Huh, don't see many people dressed like that around here. Those are some fancy red uniforms you're not wearing. You guys students or something? Yes, sir, we are. We're from the Thor's Military Academy in Trista. We were sent here for a field study as part of our curriculum. Thor's, huh? Pretty fancy place, ain't it? I got no idea what they got you doing for your field study, but good luck. Brayhard's a pretty nice city, but it's not without its fair share of problems. Excuse me. Do you know who that blonde man was who just left? Oh, Doval? Sure, he's a bracer. Bracer? Huh. I haven't seen a bracer in a long time, probably because there just aren't that many around anymore. Yeah, there used to be a branch here in Brayhard, but it's been closed for a couple years now. Doval just comes up by train from the Legram branch every so often. Really? By the way, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I thought I overheard you saying something about monsters in an underground waterway. Oh yeah, there's a huge network of waterways beneath the city. Been there a long time now. And it's chock full of monsters. When the guild still had a branch here, the bracers would clear them out. But nowadays, nobody goes near it. And the waterway's just sort of stagnating under the provincial army's control. Because they're too proud to trouble themselves with fighting monsters, of course. How much ground does the underground water... Sorry, voice is dying. Ooh. How much ground does the waterway cover? Supposedly, all the way from the east side of the city to the west. So, from the station to somewhere under the Noble District, I'd guess. Heard a rumor a while back that it even goes under the Duke's mansion, but that's probably just one of those urban legends. Yeah, an underground waterway built in the Middle Ages that extends all the way to the Noble District. It's almost too perfect. Seems likely it's connected to the Provincial Army's guardhouse, where Machias is being held too. The guardhouse itself was probably built in the Middle Ages too, so that would stand to reason. If we use the waterway, we may be able to rescue him without being discovered. Alright, let's give it a shot. There must be an entrance accessible to the town, if the bracers were able to get inside to exterminate the monsters. That's a good point. We should search the whole route between the Noble District and Station Street. Roger that. Yeah, so, Toval is really good. So, normally you'd rub your face on a bunch of different, grates to try to find a way down to the sewer level, because of course there is a sewer level, but, I thankfully already know the way down. Could this be an entrance to the underground waterway? I can feel a breeze from inside. Seems like it's pretty spacious. This must be the place then. Now we just need a way to unlock it. Probably not a good idea to draw my sword in the middle of a city. May I have a try? Hairpin? You're gonna pick it? I actually have no idea if it'll work, but it's worth a shot, right? Don't look! Wow. Yeah, that was really impressive. I remembered reading it how to do in a door zone. Don't question. I'm so glad it actually worked. Huh? Nice job, Emma. We should be able to get inside now. Let's get all our things in order, then head on in and pray no one sees us. Okay? Sounds good to me. So yeah, one of the reasons that also you want to make sure that Reen and Fee are ripped is because you don't have access to Machias or Eustace. Like, so if you're like me and you invested a lot of points in Eustace, like somebody might do after seeing, say, a bunch of cool cutscenes with him, they take him away immediately. I was expecting the Verdant City to be beautiful, but it never dawned on me the same might be true of its underground. There are tricky monsters here too, though. We need to head west to the part of the waterway that connects with the Provincial Army's guardhouse. Once we're there, we have to find a way inside so we can rescue Machias. Right. Understood. Yeah, so there's a save point in here. These enemies are actually not a joke. Maybe in denominations of two. Little bit of a joke. But you'll notice they're taking substantially less damage than the enemies outside. That's because the level expectations jumped like crazy. They want you to be pretty high level. These things can cause feint on attack. If you need to grind, this is a really good place to do it. So now that we're in fighting random mobs mode, we are going to swap to Force on Fee and Brave on Reen. Yeah, so this little mob right here actually frequently spawns a lot of friends.
My turn.
Fight. God, that hurt. Yeah, kill this one.
It's my turn. Hear me.
Thanks.
Too slow. My turn.
Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot about how dangerous these things were. Good god! Fee, please hit.
We should be safe.
Yeah, so these guys will also spawn in comically huge mobs. No, this part of the game ain't no joke.
Just the kind of thing you'd expect in an old ruin like this.
Do you think it's powered by the water flowing through here?
Okay, I'll handle it.
Come on. Nope. No such luck with the small cat. I don't really want to fight these things. They're nice. Oh well, here we go.
That's good.
Okay. Here.
Oh.
Too slow.
Here we go.
So you'll notice
It's my
that that cat has the little like lightning icon below it. That is
But we can't relax.
I believe that's called bind in this. In most games it'd be called paralyze or something equivalent. It bans your attack action and the craft action. So you can still cast arts, but no attack.
I certainly didn't expect to encounter the three of you down here.
What?
Is that...
Eustace?
I'm so glad you're safe.
Of course I am. Though I can't say I was expecting to be placed under house arrest the moment I returned to the mansion.
So that's what happened.
You know what's going on?
Unfortunately, arresting the Imperial Governor's son under a false charge in order to keep the reformist faction under control. I find it hard to believe my father would attempt something so brazen. He didn't have any intention of talking to me. Not the slightest inclination. This was all planned from the start.
Aw, Eustace.
Eustace.
Enough about me. Thanks to my brother, I'm familiar with the general layout of this waterway.
Wait, what
I'll lead
part
us to the
did Rufus
guardhouse.
tell you
Let's
about
get
this
moving.
waterway?
You're actually...
You were planning on saving him even if you had to do it alone, weren't you?
Eustace is
Nothing
a
like
good
last month's
kid.
field study.
Don't get the wrong idea. I just can't condone my father's actions. Besides, he's no doubt huddled up, crying and lonely in the corner of his cell right now. It's worth rescuing him just to see that.
All right. Let's get...
Emma and Fee just like, oh yeah, Eustace gets his S-craft now. I think that's fitting.
The entrance to the guardhouse is to the west. We should hurry.
Oh, I want to go in the direction that Eustace came from, actually, because I think that path down there connects up to the Alberea household. I don't think you can actually go that way ever, because I don't believe the Alberea household is modeled in this video game, but that's the path he came from, more or less.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
Okay.
Now's your chance.
I'll handle this.
Oh, yeah. Let's show off Crystal Saber. Eustace just got his big power-up. Got a bunch of character development. Let's show it off.
You're in the shore. Crystal Saber.
This is pretty cool.
How pathetic.
Oh, Mistral leveled up too. Nice. Mistral's solid. I think it's one of the pretty good ones. Lock Rest. And okay, I guess. I'm actually not that big a fan of earth magic outside of a spell or two that I particularly enjoy a lot. So yeah, I'm not going to be picking up every single thing in this
There's
game,
another
obviously,
lattice
but
door.
like,
There should
I
be a
highly
mechanism
recommend
to open it
exploring
somewhere
these
nearby.
catacombs if you're doing your own run. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There's just some stuff I don't use. Or that I don't particularly need. And
Let's get
we
this
can
over
save
with.
a little bit of time
Okay.
by dodging it.
Target locked.
I think
My
you get
turn.
some additional banter if you go up there.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn.
There we go.
Here. We should be safe now.
Yeah, Link level 2. We have not talked to Fee. Wait, no, we did talk to Fee
Making
when she
progress.
jumped out a window. That's great. I think Fee. We really got Fee up quick. Shit. Oops. Sorry. Sorry for only linking Fee and Rain. Speaking of which, I need to link up Eustace and Emma, probably. I believe there's a cast up there. I don't need that. And yeah, let's save up. This dungeon is very quick if you know what's in the chests and you don't want any of it. So I usually grab chests that have Sepith in them because, yeah. A door? Looks like it's made out of iron, bud. There's no keyhole. Guess it can only be opened from the other side. Could this be the path that leads to the guardhouse? It is indeed. This path connects to the waterway within the building's lower levels. I had no idea the door between the two areas could only be opened from the inside, however. How are we supposed to get through? I can't pick the lock if there's no keyhole, with my very real lock picking. Don't stop questioning it. Stop thinking about questioning it. It looks far too sturdy for my sword to have much effect either. Fee, dot, dot,
This
dot.
can be overcome.
Fee?
What do you mean?
Stand back.
What are you doing?
I know this smell.
Explain yourself, please.
Ignition.
What?
Done.
Done?
She just states done.
Fee, did you?
Was that a bomb?
Portable high-powered explosive. Plasticity makes it handy for this kind of espionage work.
Explosive?
Where could you possibly have gotten such a thing?
Fee, I think at this point we have a right to know. What exactly is your background?
Reen?
The day of the entrance ceremony, I saw you dodging that trap floor the rest of us fell into. You're 2 years younger than us, yet you're physically no weaker at all. In fact, I'd say when it comes to combat situations, you seem almost like you're holding back.
Impossible.
Guess you got me. Before I came to the academy, I was a Jaeger. That's where I learned how to handle explosives and use my gun swords. That's all.
Jaegers are basically
Jaeger?
mercenaries.
I wasn't expecting that.
I've heard that term before. The best of the best mercenary outfits are known as Jaeger Corps.
Jaeger Corps are almost synonymous with the Grim Reaper. To think I'd be going to school with a Jaeger.
Me? A Reaper?
No, that's not... I spoke out of turn. I mustn't let prejudices get the better of me.
That's right. Knowing her past doesn't change who she is now.
Thanks for telling us, Fee. And I'm sorry for prying.
Not bothered. But we should hurry if we want to save Machias.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, let's press onward.
I love how matter-of-fact she is. She's just like, yeah, it's what I did. That's it. Okay, so we are going to be fighting a boss coming up, so we want to trade around our courts again. Reen, you want Raven. Fee, you want Brave. Yeah, that's probably fine. Fees at CP 115. That's a good opener for a boss. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me grind out CP.
This looks like the place.
Looks like an underground prison, all right.
Yeah, Lester 2020. Oh no, our chimney sweep Fee also holding a scythe. Yeah, extremely in character.
Indeed, it must be here somewhere.
Am I hearing?
Machias!
And still in one piece by the sound of it.
What are you all doing here? There's no way the Provincial Army would just let me go. You didn't sneak in, did you?
We came in through the underground waterway.
I'll open the cell.
How are you going to... What the...
We'll explain when we have more time.
Yeah, right now we need to get away from here before we're caught.
As long as we can make it back to the city, we should be able to bluff our way out of any further trouble.
Right.
So yeah, you got your whole group again.
Thanks. I'd resigned myself to being stuck in there for a while. I must admit, though, I'm surprised you, of all people, would come to my aid.
I only came to get a glimpse at your tear-stained face. Plus, I thought this might be a good opportunity to pay back my father.
I see.
What? Voices?
It's like somebody set off a bunch of bombs in the basement.
It's...
Lord Yus?
As much as I would love to praise you for a job well done, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to take a short rest.
What?
Let's clean house.
Roger that.
Right!
Very well, I will serve as your opponent.
I like it that Eustace is like, I'm going to have to ask you
Very
to
well.
take a short rest. Pulls
My
out
turn.
sword and the guards are like,
It's my turn!
okay,
Very
so
well.
for this
My
fight,
turn.
build up CP. It's just a good idea.
It's my turn!
Don't worry about why. Just do it.
Hear
Go
me.
get some
Very
CP
well.
on
I'll
Reen
handle it.
Eustace. Oh my god, ow.
My turn.
Why do they only shoot red Eustace?
My turn.
Okay.
My
That's
turn.
fine.
It's my turn!
Yeah, you are on light. Let's... Is this Raise? Here's KO, yep.
Hear me!
Going.
I suppose I should thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we're looking pretty good CP-wise for... Oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Stop shooting Eustace, oh my god!
It's my turn!
The second they're given the chance, just shoot them. Okay, so we need the
Hear
most
me.
to get up.
Thanks.
I won't
Go.
lose like this.
Eustace, you are not doing hot. Let's
Okay. Too slow.
My turn.
Very well.
I'll handle it.
Go.
Rain, chill a sec.
Hear me!
Thanks.
My turn.
There we go.
Go.
Should be good. Okay.
Okay, it's safe for now.
So those enemies are just HP sponges.
Done.
You can just wail on them, get your CP up. They're not that threatening unless they all decide to shoot Eustace. Are you sure you're alright with this? They'll be unconscious for a while, but their lives are in no danger. I used the backside of my blade that only has sharp sides. Our priority right now is getting out of here as fast as we can. They shouldn't be able to catch up with us if we leave right now. Understood. Let's go. Mike, just rejoin the party. I'm not using it.
If I hadn't been so careless, this would never have happened.
There wasn't much he could have done.
I'm just glad you're all right.
There we go. And you can indeed modify your quartz here. I don't think we'll need to, honestly. I'm gonna make a safety save here just in case. I don't think we'll get dead gamed just by going into this boss, but like, you never know. What happened here? It's no good, they're out cold. Someone must have snuck through the underground waterway. Curses! It has to be those damn kids and their meddling dog. Go get them, release the beasts! What was that? It came from the direction of the cells. Sounds like it might be some kind of trained beast. Ah, you gotta be joking. If you have the energy to shout, then you have the energy to run. So the music has changed to a tune that I rather like.
There are two of them, and they're big.
And fast.
Hurry!
Right!
This is the worst day ever.
Fuck yes. My dude, please. Take this a little more seriously. Mark. Armored military beasts.
We're surrounded.
They're very well trained.
Cats? No, dogs. They're like dogs.
Emma? you kidding me?
Your family's army employs monsters like this?
No one ever told me.
They aren't going to let us past, are they?
Pretty smart for beasts.
So we'll just have to take him down.
Indeed. Bad dogs require stern discipline.
Time to wrap up this month's field study. Class 7, Group A. Commence attack on the targets.
All right.
There we go.
Don't let it intimidate you.
So, they are positioned
This might actually be a
really
challenge.
awkwardly.
Good.
However, that won't last very long. Yeah! That's good shit.
Go!
Nice, that good character development.
All right, let's do this.
That
Understood.
Okay. There you go.
I'll handle this.
going to do, you're probably better off. God, tough call with this kid. I think you should cast Golden Sphere, like, right? I'm trying to predict where he's gonna be. I think
Arcus,
that'll do.
activate.
Yep. There we go. Now reads a critical strength. Perfect. Oh. Could have asked for a better setup there. There we
Leave
go.
it to me. How about this?
Here we go.
Defense. Yeah, so Reen, I don't think they're quite close enough to hit
My
them
turn.
both with Reens. However, let's check these. Not quite yet for them. So what we're gonna do is try to force them to get together so we can actually S-break them.
Very well.
These crits are going to be a damn shame to waste, so let's just get over there.
Gotcha. Here we go. Go.
So, okay. Oh, that could evade.
Okay.
Double check. So if he dents, we'll now hit both of them. Perfect.
There you go. Silky dance. That's that.
There we go. There goes most of their health.
How about this?
Keep trying to put down this one's
I'll handle
defense. Let's just Let's try to get our good friend Eustace over here in S-Break too. We're gonna use Motivate on Reen again to keep the strength up because I think that'll actually benefit us more in this fight. Oh, good. They just dual tagged Fee out of existence. Oh my god. You guys, please. There we go.
Leave it to me.
Okay, Marcus, love you.
Got it?
I'll take it from here.
Oh. Serene Blessing. Oh no! Fee is like 2 feet out of the range of it. That's a shame. Got a fail out there.
My turn.
Walk up, smack that guy. Flame Slash immediately on this one.
Gather on my flank.
That should be that for him. Oh no,
Very
Emma's
well.
bones.
Arcus,
It's
activate.
like 1 inch too far down. That's fine.
This isn't looking good.
This is not looking good, Emma. Can't Serene Blessing yourself. Might as well use one of these bombs that we got like 500 million of.
Okay.
Same with you, Fee. I'm trying to be better about consumables in games because I always don't use them. Okay, Eustace, it's your time to shine. Let's wipe out that one. It's your arc, dude. You can do it. Ah, beautiful. And then let's go for the kill with Fee.
Okay, it's safe for now.
I did it.
I did it! I helped,
That
right?
should suffice.
We did it.
That was tough.
I thought we were done for.
I have no intention of letting filthy beasts get the better of me. Trained or otherwise.
Eustace, why'd you say it like that, you weirdo?
Honestly now, this is no laughing matter, you know.
Look who's talking. You're grinning like an idiot.
I love scenes
Not
like
as much
this.
as you are.
There they go.
I don't think we could have wrapped this month's field study up more perfectly if we'd tried.
We were all able to form combat links with one another, too.
Oh shit, we're still going to jail!
We're not through the woods just yet, it would seem.
It's like the end of the road.
You've pushed your luck one step too far this time. Are you that desperate to be thrown in a cell with Ragnitz?
Oh my god, the rolled R's!
If you want to arrest us, go right ahead.
Lord Eustace! What are you doing here? I thought you'd been locked in the mansion.
I chose to return to my studies. Well, what's it to be? Accusing my classmates of this crime will implicate me as well.
We couldn't possibly point our rifles at Lord Eustace.
Silence! Not even Lord Eustace has the right to trespass in a military facility, much less to release a suspect in our custody.
Enough! We may not be the best of friends, but I am Eustace Albarea. I will not simply stand by and watch as one of my classmates is arrested under false charges and used in a tool in some political war.
Lord Eustace. Eustace?
We have our orders, and nothing you say will change that. Disarm them, men, Lord Eustace included.
That will not be necessary.
What?
Impossible.
Sup?
Lord Rufus? Lord Rufus!
We'd heard you were in the capital.
How? Why are you...
I received a message from the Academy at noon today, and I returned by airship as quickly as I could, with your instructor.
What?
Looks like you've all done a fine job.
God damn it, Sarah.
Instructor Sarah?
What are you doing here?
I've been filled in on the circumstances, more or less. I'll take care of matters here. You all return to your posts at once.
But, Lord Rufus, with all due respect...
I've already informed my father. Or do you intend to embarrass me beyond your other transgressions?
No, of course not. Second company, withdraw! Sir!
Please, excuse us.
Oh my. Well, you can tell they're well trained, if nothing else.
The Provincial Army takes its training very seriously, of course. Though I resent the mere notion that it could be misused so grievously.
I'm sure you do.
So, what brings you here, Instructor? Seriously, why are you here?
I love that read. Holy crap.
Your timing is a little too convenient.
Did you come after receiving word from the Provincial Army?
Nope. I actually heard about what was happening a little earlier from a friend of mine. As soon as the news reached my ears, I shot to my feet and got right in contact with the director here. And he was kind enough to give me a ride on his airship back from the capital.
I don't know what to say.
Honestly, you seem to be prepared for virtually everything. Wait a second.
Director?
Oh, you don't know yet, do you?
I also serve as a permanent member of the Academy's Board of Directors. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to meet again in that capacity.
The Board of Directors?
Why is this the first I'm hearing of this?
I decided to keep it a secret so I could see the look on your face when you found out.
Rufus, you piece of shit.
I'm not the only member of the board, though, of course. I'm simply one of 3 permanent members.
That explains why you knew so much about Class 7.
Way too well prepared.
Still, I had no idea my father would attempt something so foolish while I was away. He's always been an obstinate man, but he's simply gone too far this time. As a member of the Academy's board, I cannot remotely condone the unlawful arrest of a student.
Rufus?
Thank you for your concern.
Love Rufus. Piece of shit. As the hour was late, they returned to the hotel in Breyhard for a good night's sleep, exhausted from the day's events. The next morning, Reen and the other members of Class A bid farewell to the city and set off with Sarah. Honorable Insanity. Can't wait to find out that Blue Blanc is a board member. Holy shit. Something would snap in my brain.
So that's Class 7, eh? A little rough around the edges, but they managed to get through in one piece. I think I see now why you're so fixated on them, Sarah. And Rufus Alborea. I've heard people say he's the sharpest noble of the bunch, but still.
What business could he possibly have over by the canyon so early in the morning? Is that what you were about to ask?
Who are you?
Pay me no mind, I'm but a low-ranking noble. I've been watching over those young students to see what they're capable of, much like yourself.
Really now? You'll forgive me for asking, but you look awfully like someone a couple of acquaintances mentioned to me a long time ago. You wouldn't happen to have some fancy-sounding stage name or anything, would you?
Ha ha! You'll just have to find that out on your own. Your acquaintances wouldn't be a certain innocent young couple from a foreign land, though, would they?
You'll just have to find that out on your own.
Indeed. Well, if you'll please excuse me, it's almost time for the airship to depart, and I really must be getting back to Heimdall. May we meet again, young bracer. Do give my regards to the Purple Lightning, if you would.
As if the situation weren't messy enough, It seems we've got another source of trouble on our hands now. I'd better let the others know, just in case.
Something I like about the Trails series is conversations like that exist, where you can tell something fucking nuts is happening right over there with some major players. It's like, no, we gotta go home on the train. That's probably not my problem. It's gonna be your problem in the future.
And you call yourselves teenagers. Unlike me, you actually get to go to sleep every night. You should be full of energy by this point in the day.
Give me a break.
Considering all that's happened this weekend, I think we can be forgiven for being a little tired.
Well, that's certainly true enough. Group B had their fair share of problems to deal with as well, but they weren't quite as serious as yours, although they were of a similar nature.
What do you mean exactly?
Did they also wind up getting involved in a conflict between the two
Did they
factions?
also get
More or
arrested?
less. St. Ark is another territory belonging to one of the 4 great houses, after all. So they got themselves caught up in a bit of trouble. The 4 of them managed to get through it together in the end, though.
Well, that's good.
That's a relief, yeah.
But, Sarah, just what kind of mirror did they pour into buffing up Aurochs Fort anyway? What we saw was nuts.
Fee's actually talking.
So I've heard. And the provincial army isn't the only force trying to improve its armaments. The Imperial Army is doing the same, with the Blood and Iron Chancellor and his 20 armored divisions squarely at the center.
Really?
How should the military academy... Well, how should we act in a situation like this? Thor's graduates join both the provincial and imperial armies, right?
That's nothing you need to be worrying about. Not right now, at least.
Please don't think about the impending reality of you joining either part of the military that's probably going to collapse into some horrible black hole of a civil war. Don't worry about that.
You're at the academy to learn. That's all you should be focusing on. While you're there, it's true that you may be forced to acknowledge some of the more unpleasant realities of Erebonia. But I believe there's something special to be gained from that. Something you can only gain now, at this moment in time. So long as you're together with your friends and classmates, people for whom there is no substitute.
Before everything is on fire.
Maybe when you graduate and go out into the world, much of what you've learned at Thor's will have little meaning. But I still truly believe that sometime, somehow, what you experience as part of Class 7 will be an invaluable treasure to you. It may not seem that way now, but I know in my heart that it will someday.
Instructor.
You almost had me there for a moment.
That was the last thing I ever thought I'd hear from you.
Hey! What's with all the laughing?
I'm really sorry. Your words were quite touching, but...
Coming out of your mouth, they were just...
Painfully droll.
Something we can only gain now, at this moment in time. So long as we're with our friends and classmates, for whom there is no substitute.
Stop that! Are you trying to kill me?
You kids are awful. I was being serious, you know. Why must this instructor thing be so difficult sometimes?
I love her. She's the best. You kids are awful. Hate that costume. Thank God it
Looks like I got
changes.
back okay. So glad I didn't have to bust in and save them. I thought it was all over when I got spotted at the fort, though. Hey, White Rabbit here.
Fucking gremlin.
Everything went A-okay. Don't sweat the details. I did what I was supposed to. No sign of them, though, but I did find a bunch of other interesting stuff. What? Fake intel? Someone managed to get a leg up on you and Gramps? Must have been one heck of a guy. Huh? Me? I'm gonna go meet up with Claire now. Gotcha. See you then, Lecter. I wonder what that military academy they mentioned is all about. Sounds kind of fun. Lammy!
Love that thing.
Yep, we're done here. Let's get going, Aragetlum.
So she mentioned Claire. We've met Claire. We haven't met Lecter yet. If you played the earlier games, you might have met Lecter, but yeah, no, Lecter's something.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Keep up the good work. Perfect! You guys are the best!
Hell yeah. Reen and Elisa, oh my god, so I guess we outpaced, Reen's development with a bunch of characters just by fighting with Fee a bunch. Nice. So, normally I'd stop here, but I got like 50 minutes till I'm a year older to whatever the fuck age I am. I think, you know what? For tonight, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer, probably play an hour, a little bit longer than that, maybe. Shrug, I don't know. I'm having a good time. There we go. Oh, yeah. This part.
It was the middle of June.
I love these little intermissions.
With summer well underway, a rainy spell seemed to hang over Trista. With our field study wrapped up, the other members of Class 7 and I returned to normal school life. But just when we thought we'd gotten used to the challenging lessons and the breakneck workload, a moment of dread washed over us, making our blood run cold.
That's not ominous.
As you all know, tomorrow marks the start of your midterm exams.
Perish.
I'm no good with all these papers and essays and circling answers, so I won't really be able to help you much.
Sorry, you suck.
But I'm administering some of your tests, so I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Make me proud, class.
Sometimes I lie awake at night and wonder how you became our teacher.
What the fuck, Reem?
As I recall, aren't you in danger of a lecture by the vice principal if our performance isn't up to par?
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Most of you tend to get pretty high grades anyway. I can hardly wait to see how well you all do. Remember, the results will be announced next Wednesday. Your scores will be posted on the board by rank, so you can see how you compare to the other classes in your year.
The sooner this week is over, the better.
I can almost taste the tedium.
I'm not gonna let Emma squeak by me again this time.
Oh, one more thing. They're gonna stick the average score for each class up there on the board, too.
Our class averages?
I suppose their intent is to furnish us with motivation in the form of class bragging rights.
Well, I do enjoy a challenge.
Anyway, I know it's only noonish, but I think that's enough homeroom for today. You guys can stay here and study, or just head on back to your dorms. Up to you. Prez, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. Stand, bow.
Geez, what should I do? I could stand to bone up on just everything, honestly, but my biggest worry right now is math. I wouldn't mind doing a few study sessions with you if you think it would help. I need to review math anyway. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spare, though. You mean it? That'd be a huge help. My biggest weak spot is Erebonian history, I guess. I doubt that comes as a huge surprise to everyone. I think I understand all the material we've gone over directly in class, but there are some finer points. I can aid you with that if you'd like. Though in return, I'd appreciate a fresh pair of eyes to help revise my military science essay. It'd be my pleasure. Would you like to study with me, Fee? I guess so. Oh, wow, would you two mind if I jumped in too? I could use a little refresher on my classics. Of course, you're more than welcome. Would you like to join us, Laura? No, I appreciate your invitation, but I'll have to pass this time. It's a subject I need to review in private. I'll see you all later. Huh? What's up with her? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I could have sworn I saw her looking over at Fee. Hey, Reen? Huh? Yeah, what is it? Are you heading back to the dorms? You're totally welcome to come study with us if you want. I wasn't planning on heading straight back. I might come and join you guys a bit later. Alright then. Perhaps we'll see you later. The day before the exams is a free day. Talking to certain characters will allow you to study with them. When you run out of bonding points, the time of day will change and the evening and the main story will advance. So, oh boy, we have 3 special study points to spend tonight. Yeah, so, there's a lot of things that you can do to optimize your score in this exam. We're obviously going to try to get the best score because we want Reen to gain self-confidence and appreciate himself more. So we're going to get the best goddamn score we can, which requires us to talk to a list of people that I have in front of me. Plus, you can go and study with people. Taking a look, oh man. So, oh boy. This is a spicy situation where we all get to vote for who we're gonna study with. These are functionally bonding events, except they are special in that you will study with 2 characters at once and gain bonding points with both of them. If you are like me, you will make the bad decision. So, well, we'll see how this goes. We'll see. I'm gonna make a straw poll really quick, because there's not much else to do other than to start studying with our pairs of friends. So, who do we study with? As I go down the list, I will register your options. Option 1 is Elisa and Laura. You can study with them in the gym. You can see them up on the map. Option 2 is Emma and Fee. They are also available. They didn't want to become some big group altogether. Gaius and Eustace is the next option. Love those 2 a lot. They're good. Next up, we have Elliot and Machias to round out Class 7. However, there are additional options here. There is the option to talk to #1 Garbage Boy, who will definitely help us study. Totally. Crow. Just Crow. Nobody else. Or there's the final option available to us. We can go and talk to Toa. So, we got 3 points. I'm gonna keep the top 3 of our save, and let's register them. There we go. Oh, Bob Manova says, "Happy spicy birthday, Jay. Hope you have another great year. Thank you so much." Yeah, so give me your votes. I'm curious how this is gonna go. I'm gonna go talk to other people first. I'm curious how this will go because genuinely, this is a wonderful cast of characters. We've been over it time and time again. It's a good lineup. Pick your favorites. Pick the one you're most curious about. If there's a tie, I guess I'll be the one to decide what happens. So, without any further ado, let's start studying up. And we're gonna watch all of the cutscenes. Obviously, it's just which one will we keep at the end of the game, for the end of the game. And now that we're on Chapter 3, I might as well register this. There's a special cutscene at the very end of the game that you get if you fulfill various criteria over the course of it. And that will be the character that you are, like, your paired ending with that character, and it will affect a lot in the sequel to this. And I mean a lot. It's good. It's really good save game inheritance. So it's time to start thinking about who your favorite out of this cast might be. Because you need to work pretty hard towards unlocking them. In particular, I will say that the characters that are not you can't grind Bond XP for, aka the 2 at the end of the list right now, Crow and Toa, require more work than the other ones to get running. So keep that in mind. Just not to influence the vote too much, but yeah, start thinking about who you might want Reen's final scene in this game to be with. So yeah, I'm gonna start raising up my stats by first of all going to the library and talking to one of my favorite characters. Ooh, before I do that, it's time for some lore. No, this is about sports. I'm just gonna slide away. Oh, hey. Well, that cat managed to get in here. I guess I must have been looking for somewhere to get out of the rain. Actually, I have some fresh milk on me. Should I give her some? Green gave her fresh milk. She seems so happy. Maybe I'll bring her some more another time. Meow. That's a really cute meow soundbite. Let's talk to Thomas! Oh, hello there. Did you come to review some of what we covered in class? Actually, I was just passing by. Oh, come on now. There's no need to be shy. Not when it comes to history. Let's get started, shall we? Why don't we go over every little thing that might possibly come up on your exam? This sounds like it could be helpful, if I can actually stay awake. Increase your knowledge of Erebonian history. I love Thomas. Oh, right. Then, this book. A book entitled Political Economics, a primer, sits primly on the shelf. Given the subject matter, this book seems really accessible. This would probably make for a good refresher. Increase your knowledge of political economics. Because, let me tell you, there is nothing more exciting in your pulse-pounding JRPG than Erebonian history, political economics, a history of folklore and sports! There's genuinely a thing in the recommended reading corner that I find to be fascinating and has yet to pop yet, though. It's a lot of this game and a lot of this game resounding with me. Resounding, it's a little dramatic. But yeah, a lot of this game, like, working so damn well for me is, I actually studied political science in college. That was my main area of interest, and, if you've ever seen me world build, I tend to get really big into the fantasy political systems because, let me tell you, I find this shit fascinating. Especially when you get off the depressing, crushing, just harshness of reality and get into, man, how would this have worked out if magic exists, or etc. You start to get into some really exciting stuff. And it pops out sometimes. I'm a weird student of history. A book entitled Military Science, a primer, sits upon the bench like a courageous commander. This is one well-written book. The illustrations really bring things to life, too. Wait a second, this probably belongs to someone. Nobody would leave a book like this behind, so I'm sure they'll be back soon, so I'll just leave this here. And we go to the front entrance. And Reed even gets a little cute umbrella. Yes. Shut it, Hugo. I'm not taking any advice. Oh yeah, this is the character whose father worked in the stalls, so I gotta remember the voice that I did. I can memorize everything in one go the night before. Becky, you won't be able to remember anything that way. The trick to memorization is to study up just a bit before you go to bed. When you wake up, you review everything once more to seal the deal. It's easy, it's efficient, and best of all, it works. I guarantee it. You should try it too, Reem. Might as well give it a shot. Thanks. Cool. Then we go and talk to Instructor Mary. There's remarkably a lot that you can do to boost your score. Hey, Mary. These will be your very first midterms, won't they? I have to admit I'm a little nervous too. This is the first time I've come up with questions for them. You should be fine as long as you study up on everything we've studied in class. Don't be afraid to ask questions either. Ask. There were a couple of art history things I needed cleared up, actually. Oh my, a student is really relying on me for help. What a pleasant surprise. Art evolved in very complex ways during the Middle Ages, you see. Yay! Oh, and now everybody's favorite character. You probably know this already, but the faculty lounge is off limits while exams are going on. If you want to see a teacher, you gotta knock on the door and ask. You got something you want to ask me? Yeah. I've actually got an orbital science question to ask you. Figures, show me what's got you stumped. I'll get you up to speed. Art room. And I think it's here. No? Am I wrong? Sorry, I gotta double check my notes. There we go. Doink. A book entitled The Fancier's Guide to Erebonian Opera and Painting sits pompously on the shelf. Why would one book cover such different topics? Still, it'd probably cover some of the stuff on our exams. It's hard to give it a read. Reen is just like a vacuum moving through the school and absorbing knowledge. And then we want to go to the roof and talk to one of my favorite student NPCs. That's like not one of the main ones, obviously. I love the rain. I mean, let me let you in on a little secret. I don't even need to study thanks to a special little trick of mine. Page 44 will be on our oral science exam. That is certain. This is fate. You're just making things up now. What if she does have some sort of special powers? I mean, it couldn't hurt to study that page just in case. That one's great. Student Union Building! Doink. Okay, you two. Oh, these two. Hell yeah. Studying is so boring, but Reen here might make things interesting. In fact, I've got a great idea. Why don't we have a little Q&A competition? Every time someone gets a question wrong, they have to take off an article of clothing. Seriously? I'm not doing anything like that. Never in a million years. Okay, guess we won't be studying at all then. That's not what I meant. As long as everyone keeps their clothes on, I'm fine with helping you two study. It'll probably help me too. Green, holy crap. And then, Lit Club. This one. A book entitled Erebonian History and Pictures is on the shelf. What is this? It's more like a comic book than a traditional textbook. It does seem historically accurate, though. Can't hurt to give it a read. Increase your knowledge of Erebonian history. So, this is something someone in the Discord pointed out. If you look really close at the texture on this, it absolutely looks like this book right in front of Reen right now. That text totally looks like, Christ, who's gonna die first? I can't get enough of that. It's so funny to me. Oh, holy crap. So that's all the books we need to collect, I believe. Let me double check. We did Instructor Thomas. We got the Library Book 2, Gymnasium, Main Building Entrance, Main Building Infirmary, Marikov, Fancier Guide, Barrel, Limbs, Erebonian History and Pictures. Cool. We are set. Okay, so time to take a look at this straw poll. So, from bottom to top, I'm gonna save my game because we will be seeing all of these and we will be recalling this soon. Oh, this is close. From bottom to top, we are going to go see. This is the one that we are not keeping, but we should see the scene anyway. This is the character that, of course, I studied with. Let's go see my boy Crow. We're not going to keep this for a final run, but we will be watching all the cutscenes. Hey, Marine, what's up? Hold on, let me guess. You were studying away nice and diligently when your orbital lamp suddenly went out. Swing and a miss. You two seem pretty relaxed despite how close the midterms are getting. Who do you think you're talking to? I know better than anyone that it's pointless to start studying this late in the game. How's that working out for you? Crow's actually pretty good when it comes to the practical stuff, survival skills, first aid, all those kind of things. Really? See? All the stuff you don't need to study for. But if you're feeling shaky about any of it, I'm happy to teach you a thing or two. Study with Crow? Yep. Sure, I'll take you up on that. Wait, you serious? The idea of Crow teaching anyone anything is a little unnerving. Are you just joking? That's cool. Might as well show you the ropes. Cool if we borrow a chair or two, George? Go for it. And so, Crow passed on all of his knowledge to Reen. That about sums up what they'll be testing you first years on. You should probably make sure you've got CPR down too. I actually do need to brush up on that. Do you think it'll come up? It's one of the most basic things anyone would expect out of a Thor's student, so it wouldn't hurt to know. Right, here's how it goes. If you find someone who's collapsed, first up is checking whether or not they're conscious. If they're unconscious, it's safe to assume that they're in trouble. Next, you're going to want to shout for help. You're not going to want to try and handle this on your own. Got it? The more people know you, the more people you have helping you out, the better their chances are to survive. That makes sense. Next up is to make sure that they're breathing. If they aren't, or something's weird about the way they are, it's CPR time. Basically, this involves giving them repeated combination of chest compressions and rescue breaths. You need to keep this up until their pulse and breathing return. Got it? Don't give up till the very end. Understood. He does seem like the kind of person I could count on in a jam. I guess George was right about him being good at practical stuff. Now, all you've got to do is put that into practice. If you see a girl in need, you better get right in there. If she wakes up and sees you've saved her life, instant fireworks. Your hands and lips are already in the right spots already. Every time I think anything positive about you, you go and say something like that. Reen, instantly. Why can't this be a net positive ever with you, Crow? Oh well, that was useful. Thanks for taking the time to teach me. Good luck, my son. Go out there and get some good grades for me. Your bond with Crow strengthened. I love Crow just being shitty, like, hey, I'm your senior. Like, I'm your senior. I'm absolutely going to call you my son. Fucking trash person. Okay. So, next up, we are going to say hi to, oh, there is an interesting tie going on. Okay, we're going to go say hi to Gaius and Ursus. Where are they? They're up here. Oh, the two of you are studying military science? Looks like you guys are tearing through things too. More or less. You caught us just as we reached the section on military symbols. Care to join us? I don't know anything about military science until we entered the academy, so I'm not feeling terribly confident. It's not as though most schools teach military minutiae alongside literature and math. We're all in the same boat here. Either way, we'd be happy to have another person to paddle. Have a seat. I was ready for something fucking exciting. Then, let's begin. Map marking symbols are used to represent an assortment of different units and formations. This is the symbol for infantry. Infantry. Reen, try to draw the symbol for headquarters from memory. Gotcha. Pretty sure it's this. This is real as shit. Gaius, you think you can draw the symbol for an armored troop? Sure, this should be it. Now I have a tough one for you. What does this symbol mean? That's engineer, right? You got it. Oh, there's so much to memorize for this class, and the fact we're going in blind makes it even worse. These seem like the raw basics, too. Given that not all of us will end up involved in the military, it does seem a little excessive. But bear in mind that our military science class is to teach us how to deal with harsh situations efficiently. In that case, there's plenty to lean on, even if we find ourselves on the battlefield. That's probably why it's mandatory. It could save our lives. We owe it to ourselves to do it well. Agreed. Yeah, that's oof, that's a real one. So that gets everybody to level 2. So let's, oh my god, the study. Oh boy. So we got a 4-way tie on the study poll. So please somebody vote and help me decide this. Like I just need one more person. Chuck it in there. We gotta figure out which one we probably aren't gonna. So we get to keep 3. Yeah, I'm gonna give this like let's give it about 30 seconds. I'll turn and look at chat. Chat, how's it going? We need 3 votes. Well, we do need 3 votes to break it. I'm going to just make an executive decision. And okay, we did. We got some votes. Oh my God, MNF. Okay. So I'm gonna make a call here. We're going to go talk to Elisa and Laura. And the ones that I am keeping are, I'm going to keep the clear winner, MNF. I'm going to keep Toa because personal bias. And I'm going to keep Elliot and Machias because never on my life would I choose that option were I not streaming this game, which fucking, if that's not the point of this, what is? So, Elisa and Laura is one that I've seen, and it's a good one. So, like, thank you for opening my mind. Similarly, I actually didn't see Emma or Fees either, so pretty much everyone but Toa, you guys are doing a fantastic job opening my perspective a bit. So we're gonna talk to Laura and Elisa and see what happens. Oh, are you two studying? Elisa probably met up with Laura because she was worried about her. Yeah, we both figured we had a lot of art to brush up on. It's probably not our most important subject in the grand scheme of things, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try it. I've never had to deal with this. I've never had to deal with a series of exams in a row like this. Laziness could very well be tantamount to failure. Would you like to join us, Reen? I'd love to. The exam's supposed to be focused on the basics of illustration, right? You got it. Let's get started. How about you ask the first question, Reen? Sure. Okay, first question. Lisa, what is a design? I think it's a drawing that makes use of monochrome lines of varying heaviness to highlight the way that the light hits the subject. You think correctly. So Laura, what exactly is a sketch? A sketch portrays its subject roughly, with very little in the way of detail. I suppose it could be likened to an early first draft of a drawing. That's right. Sketches and designs are basically 2 sides of the same coin, since both are used to start a painting. The big difference is that I don't know how to... Destin's designs, I'm not art. Usually takes some time to finish, whereas sketches are pretty quick. But there's a method that's even quicker and more basic than sketching. Any ideas, Laura? That would involve downloading clip art from Microsoft Word. I mean, Crocoi? You two know your stuff, but maybe that just means we should be using harder questions to study with. Let me see if I can find some. Hey, Reen, if you want, I can ask the next set of questions. It's hardly effective studying if you don't get to answer any questions yourself. It's okay, don't worry about it. Just give me a minute here and I'll find you a really good one. Well, if you insist. Maybe we should have expected this. He really is a kind-hearted person. Reen is dumb. Reen's a dumb kid. And so they continued their session. Yeah, like, they're at least aware of what's going on with Reen a bit. Okay, I think I might need to close the app, and then hop back.
Excuse me?
Oh boy, yeah, we're closing the app right now. Don't look at that character, it's fine, don't think about it. There we go. Just don't think about that. You didn't hear a lovely voice at all. That's nobody. Don't worry. Don't make eye contact. Don't think about it. Oh, you're thinking about it. Gosh, shit. That's the one thing you can't do. Okay. Now, we're gonna just hop back, reload, and pick up the 3 that we will be keeping. So, let me just double check that I have completed the, yep, that ain't there anymore. And I believe that is the last one, Erebonian History and Pictures. Yep, okay. So, from the straw poll, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way to the top. We are going to start with, well, it's a 2-way tie. We're right here, so we're gonna say hi to Fee and Emma. Are you two going over Erebonian history? I can't memorize things like this because it's all pointless. Fifi, that seems a little harsh. Oh, I know. Why don't you join us, Reen? I'm sure it'll would make studying more enjoyable for Fi, too. Sounds like a good idea to me. The exam's gonna be focused on the War of the Lions, right? That's right. Shall we start from the beginning, then? After that, Drekels gathered soldiers in the Nord Highlands, and in the year 952 of the Septian calendar, he liberated the capital, bringing the war to an end. Excellent. Well done, Fi. I guess it stuck. Incidentally, the war came to an end in July of that year, which is next month, so that's easy to remember. They say it was raining in Heimdall that day, but legend has it that the moment Emperor Drekels stepped into the city, the rain stopped. Huh, that's neat. Yeah, that seems like a story that'll stick in my memory. At least, you're a pretty good teacher, aren't you? Well, I'm always using tricks like these to help me remember things. If you're having fun while you study, it makes it that much easier for the material to stick in your memory. Interesting, so that's your method. Well, if you can do it, we can do it too. Shall we finish this stuff off then? Please. It was just a cute little scene. That was great. I dug that. Next up, we have Elliot and Machias, who are in the library. Doink. Oh, so this is where you are. Wow, when you guys study, you don't mess around. Well, it's, no better motivator than fear, right? Our exams start tomorrow, and we've got to know our herbal science. Elliot, please calm down, drink a water. Take a sec, breathe. I want to make sure I study as much as I possibly can before then. There's no such thing as too prepared. Besides, this is our last chance to get a full day of studying in. How about it, Reen? Up for one last marathon study session? Sure, I'll join you guys for a while. Herbal science isn't quite my forte anyway. In that case, let's get started with the basics. Sounds good to me. So, orbital energy is generated by septium, right? And it differs from other types of energy in that it replenishes itself over time. It's hard to imagine what life would be like without it. Orbital energy's in everything. Lighting, railways, telephones, battle armaments. That segues nicely into our next topic. Let's talk about battle armaments. Their first key feature is their portability. Their second is their ability to synchronize with their user, allowing them to easily use orbital arts, magic for the everyman. Feature 3 is their flexibility. A battle armament's capabilities can change dramatically based on the quartz within. That summary wouldn't have been more perfect if I read it out of the textbook. That's Armachius. I can't believe you can rattle all that off without stopping to think. But if you already have the basics down, are you just trying to help me instead of focusing on what you really need to study? No, it's not like that. Reciting the information I've learned like this helps it stick in my memory. It might look flashy, but this is really productive studying for me too. Well, everyone needs a method. As I said earlier, it's not possible to be too prepared, and while we still have a lot of ground to cover in our orbital science review, I would appreciate it if you would help me study for a few others when we're done. Of course, I'd be happy to. Really? Thanks. Aw. Machias. Reen, Machias, and Elliot continued their herbal science studies. Yeah, that was a really sweet scene. Shit. I should hang out with Machias more. Fuck. Okay. And, personal bias let me save Toa for last, so let's go hang out with Toa. Like, listen, everyone, I am doing my best to not let my personal favoritism for, Crow and or Toa leak into this too much. I'm really glad that Toa's at the top of this chart, even if she isn't at the very tippy top, just because we get to actually keep her scenes. Oh, hi Reen. How goes the studying? I suppose it's probably fine, but these are going to be my first midterms ever, so I'm more than a little nervous. Ah, first years, how innocent. It doesn't help that military academics have a lot of subjects other schools don't, but you'll get used to it. That's true. Combat studies and military science to name two. Oh, and you're going to want to make sure that you're ready for the political economics exam too. Why is that? Well, it's Mustache Man's subject. That's not a very nice thing to call Vice Principal Heinrich, Angie. He does seem like the type to write a ridiculously hard exam. Oh, I know. How about I give you a hand studying for it, if you're free at least? You sure? Of course, you're always helping me out, right? Political economics is Toa's strongest subject. You wouldn't want to pass this up. Well, if you're offering, I'd really appreciate it. I sure am. Let's get started then. Thus, Reen and Toa's study session began. Most of the stuff I was unsure about makes a lot more sense now. That's good to hear. We should probably go over some current affairs too. For an exam? Yeah, the vice principal has a habit of putting questions based on recent news into his exams. This year, maybe we should go over some recently enacted laws. Yeah, that sounds like the type of thing you'd put in there, just so most people could be caught off guard, get it wrong, and get lectured at for being indifferent about society. I'd rather avoid that. Recent laws, recent laws, recent laws. The Financial Transactions Act from last year is one of the best known, I suppose. It requires you to inform prospective buyers of the risks when selling them stocks or securities. A number of people have suffered massive losses buying shares lately, so it was passed to keep people informed. Huh. So that's the history behind the Financial Transactions Act. Then, there's the Imperial Transportation Act, which determines the rules of the road for drivers. That was last year too. There are more and more people buying cars lately, nobles and commoners, but car accidents were getting out of hand. That was especially true in Heimdall, which is why the law was enacted there first. Well, I'll have to try to remember that. And then there's the Provisional Taxation Act, which impacted just about every province you could think of. In other words, a fancy name for the much reviled tax increases. They're being enacted in the provinces, almost doubling land and business taxes. You've probably at least heard about them. I had, yeah. Seems like a pretty major topic back in Keldic. If he's going to set a question about recent law, it's probably going to be about one of those three. Hopefully that'll be some help at least. Even if none of them come up, you've really helped me out. Feeling a lot more confident now. Thank you both of you for all your help. I didn't do anything at all, I'm just hanging out. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks, I will. Bond with Toa strengthened. Hell yeah. Yeah, so everybody else's cutscenes. Hey, here's a cute cutscene that gives you a little snippet of the person's character while establishing something basic about the lore. Oh shit, I want to go talk to Toa. Toa slams encyclopedia on table. You ready to delve into some lore?
Excuse me?
Here we go.
I do apologize for stopping you on a rainy day like this. Do you know if this is the building in which I might find the principal's office?
Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like.
Thank you for your kindness, but I couldn't possibly trouble you more than I have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Well then, if you'll excuse me, Master Reen.
Wait a minute. How does she know who I am?
Reen's been having a day.
Hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm?
Yep. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram a little more. But I figured I'm not gonna learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow.
Right. Well, you're going my way, so what do you say we head back together?
Sure, okay.
I saw in chat, Toa is just you, Jay. That's extremely flattering. Other people who have played this game have also told me that.
Well, at least I got something good out of this downpour.
Is there even a filter between your brain and your mouth?
No need for that between friends. But you're in good company. My sisters asked me that before, too.
She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years.
Reen's great, shush.
Anyway, how do you feel? All prepped and ready for our exams?
Not sure. I gave it the best I've got. Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder. I wish I was as smart as you. back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Machias scored higher than you, right?
Eustace came in a little higher than me, too. Back home, I usually came in near the top in exams. I guess that goes to show that Erebonia has no shortage of smart people.
No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here from all corners of the Empire. You said you're from Ruhr, right? Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive.
I suppose, though that was just at the Sunday school level. Aren't you curious about, my family and stuff?
You mean the mysterious Alisa R., agent of national intrigue? Well, yeah, of course I am. But you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry.
It's not that major or anything, especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves.
I've never really thought my family circumstances were a big deal, though Fee's past sure came as a surprise. I wonder now, when I look at her, what her life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like.
It seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do. Back at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before.
Same. Oh, speaking of weird meetings, I ran into someone kind of strange earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me.
A maid who knew your name? This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it?
As if an upstanding guy like me could pull off the Casanova act.
It's less like, very funny or gets embarrassed. He's just like, no, that's not
She
me.
seemed a couple years older than us. Maybe 20 or so?
A maid in her early 20s.
Something wrong?
No, just thinking. There's no way it could really have been her. Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Ahem. Anyway, maybe the upper class dorm has a new hire starting out or something? Though that wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on.
If only.
Reeve. Oh boy, here we go. It's test time, everybody's favorite. Okay, Erebonian history question. The Middle Ages War of the Lion was brought to Emperor Dracul's when the war ended. We just got this a few seconds ago. So, because we viewed all the bonding events, we actually know the answer to these questions. I'm gonna give chat a hot second to respond on the off chance. Yeah! I see a correct answer. We're doing it. This should be the right answer. Mr. A wants to draw a rough-colored watercolor image. Which of the following styles would be most appropriate? Oh my god, Ooh. The second I see a right response in chat, I'm going for it. Hell yeah, sketch it is! Nailing it. Oh, get ready for a really hard one. Of course, it's with Nightheart. Ugh. Figure 1 depicts a military formation. What type of unit is currently advancing? Infantry, command, engineered, or armored? Good luck. How well were you paying attention to the last bonding scenes? Armored, hell yeah! Good work, everybody. You can tell because it kind of looks like a tank. You're all killing it. Should be the right answer. Orbital science question. The following statements about orbital science, the following statements about orbments all purport to be true. Which one is not? Abilities change based on quartz, they synchronize with their user, they allow arts usage without quartz, or orbital energy recovers over time. Which one is not true? 3 of these are true, 1 of these is not. I'm so sorry for subjecting you to this. The third? The third? Okay. We're thinking the third, we're feeling the third? You're correct. Should be the right answer. I'm so proud. Political economics question. Of the following laws enacted last year, which one came into force first in Heimdall? The Financial Transactions Act, the Provisional Taxation Act, the Imperial Public Transportation Act, or the International Criminal Law Act? Transport? Oh, you guys are, I'm so impressed. You listened to the Toa lore. Good job. This should be the right answer. Combat studies question. Emergency CPR is divided into roughly 4 stages. A. Check if the person is breathing. B. Check if the person is conscious. C. Perform chest compressions and rescue breaths. D. Called for help in a loud voice. Put these stages into the correct order. Guess what? Crow was good for something. Everyone, you're killing it. The answer for this one is B. Check if the person is conscious, call for help, check if they're breathing, and then perform chest compressions, etc. There we go. This should be the right answer. Good work. You're all incredibly strong. Congratulations on making it through your 4 days of exams. And what do you know? It looks like the rain ended along with them. Clearly, this is the goddess's way of rewarding you all for your hard work. I don't think that reasoning would stand up to scrutiny. I'm totally spent. It's over. You worked really hard, Fee. Whew. Anyway, today's a free day, so take that chance to unwind and blow off all that pent-up exam stress. They'll post the results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much, because you've got your next practical exam next Wednesday afternoon, too. With all the intensive studying, I'd completely forgotten about that. You could stand to be a little more considerate with the timing of your announcement. So next Wednesday is when we'll know when where we're going with the next field study. Yep, you'll be shipping out that weekend for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everyone. You've earned at least 1 day off. I guess I should probably attend club practice once in a while. Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we're all done here. I won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't, burn the dorm down while I'm gone or anything. Oh, this this has one of my favorite phrasings. Oh, the translators had a fucking riot with this game.
Now that the exams are over, I feel free as a bird, and I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back.
I sympathize, but personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How do you think you did?
Well, I don't think I did too badly, all things considered.
Just stop before you embarrass yourself.
We'll just have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with Instructor Sarah?
Oh, you mean that whole thing about going out of town to meet someone? Going out of town?
She's going to meet her secret lover?
Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man desperate enough to woo that alcoholic typhoon.
Oh Holy shit, Eustace!
You have a point. I can't deny she's got the looks to snare a man, but that personality and that lifestyle.
You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though.
Jesus Christ!
Not surprised to hear that from you, though, Green. She always seems to dump the most work on you.
Will you be helping the student council again tomorrow?
That's the plan. Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being the student council's errand boy after holding up studying for so long.
Perhaps so.
Oh, please let us know if you plan on exploring the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, I'd be glad to lend a hand this time.
Thanks. Better watch out, though. I might take you up on that offer.
Ooh, looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time.
Yeah, you can now choose everyone.
Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to? He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there?
Oh, yeah. Wonder what that was about.
I hope he hasn't gotten into trouble. I mean, I doubt he would.
I have no idea. Fee and Laura left early too. I was kind of hoping we could all walk back to the dorm together for once. That sounds nice.
Hey, so do those two seem kind of awkward around each other to anyone else?
Really?
So you think so too?
It seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like they've been avoiding each other
Aw.
ever since.
You guys called the exact moment it turned my birthday. That's sweet.
You say that.
Aw,
but I
thank
did
you
not
all.
take either as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings.
Neither did I.
We've been trying to suss out what the problem between
I will
us,
absolutely
but so
address that
far,
once the cutscene's over.
I wonder if that's what that was all about.
Did you see something, Machias?
What happened?
Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field study? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell.
Yeah?
That's when we found out that Fee used to be in a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura?
Well,
Aw,
when that came
thank
up,
you
I
all.
couldn't help but
Seriously,
notice
that's
Laura
so
had a rather-
sweet.
It flashed across her face for only a moment, though, so I wondered if I had just imagined it.
Interesting.
But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset?
I can hardly hazard a guess.
We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about her own family, after all.
Do you really have to drag me into this?
My apologies. I do have my suspicions as to your lineage.
Really?
Ugh, you.
Now, getting angry won't accomplish anything.
Don't worry.
Bunch
We're
of
not
people
gonna
hopped in
twist your
chat.
arm
Thanks.
into telling us.
Seriously, thanks for the birthday
ready to
wishes,
talk about
everyone.
it?
I
Are you ready to
really
listen?
appreciate ringing in a New Year with you guys and doing this. Like, it's super sweet.
It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that.
Welcome back, my lady.
Huh?
Oh yeah, here we fucking go. Oh, thank you for the cheer. Seriously, thank you
What?
so much.
Sharon? It's so delightful to see you again.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, hey. It's that maid I ran into the other day.
You know her?
What are you doing here? She didn't.
But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory.
So Sharon's terrifying.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household. Lady Elisa.
You just don't know it yet.
I will do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need.
Oh boy. So yeah, we're on to chapter 3. Seriously, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I'm gonna keep rolling for just a little bit longer because I love this game. And I'm gonna do something incredibly selfish. Because we've got another free day coming up, and we've got bonding events to go through. And you know what? This is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one that I selfishly determine which bonding events we're doing this time. Maybe not, actually. Maybe I'll just pick one. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Simply spectacular. Just how many different types of food are there here?
This looks more than edible.
That's the nicest thing Fee has said in her
I
entire
believe this
life.
is what they call an imperial breakfast? That's right, Emma. It's a traditional Erebonian style of breakfast. I must apologize. It's taken me some time to familiarize myself with this kitchen, so my cooking has been a bit lackluster.
Come now, Sharon. Your skill is something to be praised. This is far more colorful and varied than the breakfast served in my own home.
I would compare this spread favorably with the breakfast served in the Duke's household.
I'm honored that you think so. I've also brewed both tea and coffee if anyone would like some.
I get the feeling Elisa is less...
It sounds like they had a big argument yesterday.
Not a chance! I thought I'd finally gotten away from her. I'm not going to let her have her way this time.
My lady, please. I truly don't believe the chairman sent me to keep an eye on you like that.
I'm a sucker for
She simply sent
characters
me
who
so
are
that her
always.
beloved daughter might have fewer inconveniences in her daily life.
I'm a sucker for characters who are always cheery and smiling and literally never back down from that.
Perfectly good care of myself. Thank you very much. Oh, fine. I'll take this up with her myself then. Is she in the office at corporate today, or is she out on inspection or something?
I believe she'll be dining with the Ministry of Railways president in the capital today. After that, she'll be continuing her inspection tour, so she won't—
Does she ever slow down? I'm surprised she doesn't burn through a pair of shoes a week. Anyway, I'm not going to take this lying down. She's stuck her nose into things one too many times.
So, yeah.
I can't believe that R actually stood for Elisa Reinford.
From what we know of the Reinford Company, they are the lead weapons manufacturers in Erebonia, a country that is all about
From
war.
the sound of it, her mother's the company chairman too.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that Elisa's mom is basically in charge of the continent's biggest industrial company. Her family's probably got more money than most of the aristocracy.
Those tanks we saw last time, the Oxens, are manufactured by the Reinford
I can
Company.
see why she'd want to keep her family under wraps, what with all the nobles here.
Anyway, I object to everything about this. Considering how busy Mother is, I'm sure she needs your assistance far more than I do.
I knew it. You're really concerned about her, aren't you? The way you two care so much for each other deep down is one of the reasons I'm so proud to serve you.
That's preposterous.
Oh, my lady, I almost forgot to mention that I made plenty of your favorite apricot jam. Would you like me to spread some on your toast?
Ooh, really?
Dumbass.
Stop treating me like a child. Though yes, I would like some jam.
It's almost heartwarming to watch.
Looks like Sharon's got her number.
It's fun because Elisa's been sort of like aggressive, like a lot like seeing Eustace absolutely get destroyed by Rufus. Seeing Elisa absolutely get completely derailed by Sharon, great. So, we got the old schoolhouse mystery, we got Born to be Horrible. Yes! We are doing that. This is how we're ending the night. This is my favorite, I think. Wait, maybe? No, no. That's my second favorite. Hey, request from Georgia and Angelica. It's about the orbital bike, too. Wonder what they need my help with. Looks like I'll have to swing by the engineering club before I head to the old schoolhouse. Well, this is the first sun I've seen in days, so I might as well make the most of it. Alright, let's do this. So, we got bonding points again. We are up to 3. I'm gonna save the game really quick, and I am, of course, going to post a straw poll. This is how we're gonna end the night off. I can't think of a better way to do it than to ride a motorcycle into the distance and maybe go hang out with friends. So we're going to we're gonna do this event, and I got a list of all the characters who you can hang out with. The options are Elisa, Elliot, Fee, Eustace, Laura, Machias, and last but not least, Toa. Here's the poll. Please tell me who I'm hanging out with today. Okay. I'm gonna drop this in chat. Let me just... Okay, so let's give that a sec. We've got some basic upkeep stuff to do that I will forget about if I leave off here. So you can see that town is currently up poppin'. So we're gonna stop by Keen's Bookstore really quick. And we're gonna buy this. Oh, we've already got Manly Munchies sandwiches. Okay, so we're gonna grab Intermediate Chess, a Teaching Primer, and Imperial Horsemanship, and then we're going to eat all of these books. Let's just quick. This book has a lot of good information on horse riding. I should talk to a horse about this. Oh, Eustace too, I guess. Let me grab a Teaching Primer. This book seems pretty handy. I should talk about it with Emma sometime. You know, the teacher character in this game. Emma! The teacher! Intermediate Chess. I think this book might be a little too high level for me. I should ask Machias about this stuff. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are getting a kick out of the poll. Yeah, so, in case you didn't know, I'm gonna go see Toa as one of the events. It's gonna happen. We're gonna do all the events, naturally, and I believe we'll start next session by rewatching the events, probably. Yeah, we're gonna do the events, and we're also gonna hit up that this quest over at the engineering building. I don't even know if necessarily I'll keep the results of the poll tonight, or if we'll redo them when we get out there. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Hey there, Reen. Thanks for stopping by. Might I ask where Elisa and Laura are? Those two lovely flowers would do wonders in brightening up this dreary old building. Let's not make Reen's life harder than it already is. Sorry, I probably shouldn't think out loud. I still haven't talked to Angelica much, but she's definitely an interesting one. That aside, your request was for me to assist with testing out the orbital bike, wasn't it? So, what will I be doing? Oh, please, I could hear you making those vroom vroom noises before you even stepped through the door. I was not, but wait, does that mean... Yeah, we want you to ride the orbital bike. Me? I can't deny that's what I wanted this to be, but I never expected it actually to happen. I'll give you all the juicy details when we're actually ready to test. Before we start, however, we want to make sure you have some time. So how about it? You ready for a ride? Hell yeah! Okay, let's ride. Good answer. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about the bike. Everything you see here is something that Angie asked me to build for her. Because of that, the bike's been fine-tuned to meet her specific needs. In a nutshell, it's all Angie. The engine, the brakes, even the handlebars. As you might expect, she and that bike are practically symbiotic. When she's on it, she's a sight to behold. But because we've tuned it specifically to her, it's become a little too tough for anyone else to handle. Think of her as an unruly horse. There's no denying she's a fine bike, but she doesn't play nice with strangers. Right, I'm really hoping I make it through this alive. Don't scare him now, Angie. Crow's ridden it just fine. I suppose he's been working on this bike since we started, too. Compared to him, you're a complete beginner. Which is great. You'll have a more objective opinion after you ride. Guess it makes sense you asked me then. Feeling a little nervous, are we? Let's head over to the highway. Oh, nice. All my seniors are here to watch me die. So, what are Toa and Crow doing here? Angie and George told us you'd be doing this, so I came along to show some support and take some time off work. My reason isn't quite as sweet as little Toa's here. Like I said before, this bike's at least partially my baby. Think of me as an overprotective father, making sure you don't mess up and hurt my girl when you take her out. Thanks. Crow, don't make him any more nervous. Don't worry, Reen. Just ignore everything this guy says. I do. It's worked great for me. We can rebuild the bike, so stay focused on keeping yourself safe. Right, thanks. George, you're great. Do you have much experience riding horses? Actually, yeah. Shouldn't have any trouble then. She's a whole different beast, but the basics of riding are the same. So, have fun. Thanks, Angelica. That helps. I won't let you down. Okay then. That should be just about everything you need to know. I think I get it now. The 3 things you want me to test are starting up the bike, shifting gears, and coming to a stop, correct? That's right. We wanted to see how you handle everything. Let me give you a few pointers. You might not really get them till you're on the bike proper, though. Hit me. First of all, you can't ride if you can't get moving, so let's talk about how to get started. Starting the engine's simple enough, but how smoothly you ride will depend on how well you can operate the bike's clutch. Once you shift into first gear, open the throttle, then slowly and steadily release the clutch. Release the clutch slowly and steadily when I start moving. Okay, I'll try not to forget. Next up is switching gears. Before switching gears, make sure to pull in the clutch quickly and firmly. Once you shift gears, release the clutch slowly and steadily, just like when you start her up. I can do that. The last thing you need to worry about is stopping the bike, which you probably want to know how to do. When you slow down, release the throttle, apply the brakes to both wheels, front and back. You're going to want to give each one's different amounts of pressure, though. Apply the brakes strongly to the front wheel and lightly to the back wheel. That should bring you to a smooth stop. Strongly to the front, lightly to the back. It's a lot to remember, but I think I can do this. That's the way. This is all about learning through experience and getting used to riding on the fly anyway. So what do you say? Ready to go? You bet. Right then, first is starting the engine. Wow, this is pretty intense. Kind of reminds me how I felt when I first rode a horse. Right, let's push those nerves to the side and get going. Okay, so I pull the clutch lever, shift to first gear, twist the throttle. Now that I've done all that, all I need to do is let go of the clutch and I'll be moving. Angelica told me how to do this. What exactly did she say again? Release the clutch quickly and firmly, or slowly and steadily? This is very important. Okay. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. I'm seeing slow. I'm seeing slow. Okay, let's try releasing it slowly and steadily. And off he goes. Now we're talking. This is great. There he goes. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he gets back. He's gonna love it. Hopefully. Doing great, Reem. Wow, this feels amazing. I'm amazed just how stable and smooth the ride is too, considering how heavy it is. I think I'm used to this speed now. Let's try switching gears. Right. First I need to roll off the throttle, then I need to pull in the clutch, change gears, then release it. Angelica told me I had to handle the clutch a specific way during all this. What was it again? Pull in quickly, release quickly, pull in quickly, release slowly, pull in slowly, release slowly. Christian says, gas, 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 step on the gas. Pull quick, release slow? Pull quick, release slow? This is looking pretty good. Yeah, quick to slow. That's looking great. Oh right, I need to pull in the clutch quickly and firmly, then change gears. Then after that, I need to release the clutch slowly but steadily. Here we go, perfect. Going this fast really does feel great. I get why Angelica loves this so much. Well, fun's gotta come to an end eventually. It's probably about time to stop. Obviously, I need to hit the brakes, but how much pressure do I put on them? Strongly on both wheels, strongly on the front, lightly on the back, lightly on the front, strongly on the back. Which option flips the bike and kills Reem? This is your visual novel death scene right now. We get sent to the Tiger Dojo if we mess up. Strong front, light back, double strong, pump. Which option does a sick wheelie? The Sarah Dojo. Oh my god, please. Both wheels kill the boy. Front probably kills Rain. So, I'm gonna choose the option. Pull strongly on the front. Pretty sure Angelica said strong on the front brakes, light on the rear brakes. I stopped almost exactly where I expected to, so I guess I did it right. This thing's incredible, though. Feels like I'm still riding along, even though I've come to a stop. But I guess I've got to snap out of it eventually. The others are waiting for me. Better head back now. Welcome back, Reen. Well, how was it? I'm amazed, to say the least. The sheer speed, the engine's vibration, and the feeling of the wind as you ride along. Never experienced anything like it. No amount of horse riding could have ever prepared me for this. Just wow. Guess you've got some potential. Look at this guy. He's trying to act all calm and composed, but his face is just screaming, "Let me go back and ride." Plain as day. Seems like you handled it really well, too, based on your report. I have to admit, I didn't really expect those kind of results out of you. It's a pretty unwieldy machine. It's even more impressive considering it was his first time with her too. Nice to know I could have a worthy rival waiting in the wings. Not everyone can get that much praise out of Angie. You should pat yourself on the back. It's a real honor. Now we need to hear some more detailed impressions of each phase. But let's do that back at the engineering building. Good plan. Aw, they're having so much fun with this. Maybe too much. I like it that my two favorite characters are like best friends. It's really good. Thanks, Reen. The info you gave me should come in handy. Glad I could help. I think she'll be a much more stable ride from now on. I'll have to be sure to tell Elisa's mother everything we learned today if they end up mass-producing orbital bikes. Elisa's mother is the chairman of the Reinford group, isn't she? I didn't know you were familiar with each other. The Ragnar and Reinford families share a good relationship, actually. Oh yeah, they're both big names in Rower, right? Yeah, Angie's dad's one of the group's biggest shareholders, too. Wow, they are pretty close. Well, now you know. Elisa's mother provided the engine and a number of the other parts for the bike, too. So that's how you got your hands on everything. That's right. Although whether or not Reinford will actually mass-produce the bike is an entirely different matter. Their biggest goal is to turn a profit, so the only way that's happening is if we can show them it would make money. Which is why we're currently trying to make it into something that the masses can handle. And today, you were a big help in getting closer to that goal. Wow, I'd love to see that happen. Looks like you get it. Guess my first impressions of you are right on the mark. I haven't properly thanked you yet, have I? Thank you for helping us today. Just a little token of my thanks. You sure about this? Seems like a really valuable course. Of course, I'm sure you'll be able to put it to good use. Well, Irene, thanks a lot for your help today. I'd like it if you could help us out next time we need a hand, too. I'll cancel my plans as soon as you ask. So the next time you help them out is probably my favorite side quest in the game. I'll leave you with that note. So, I'm taking a look at the poll. The top three are currently, I'm just going to take a look at the top three because those are going to be the three that we finish off the night with. and I'm gonna go see him right now. I'm just gonna make a quick save, and then we'll do another poll for which ones we keep in the future, etc., etc. These are just gonna be the ones we see on this stream. So, the top 3, I'll just go from bottom to top. Bottom, Elisa with 1 vote, Elliot with 2 votes, Eustace with 3 votes. Listen, I'm seeing Toa with 5 votes, Laura with 6 votes. No, for real, no. The Toa cutscene is unavoidable with 7 votes. Machias with 7 votes, and then Fee with 9 votes. So, the 3 that we're gonna see right now are, we're gonna go see Fee, then we're gonna go see Machias, then Fee, then Toa. So, yeah, that's how we'll end the night. Let's, hit up Machias. I'm interested. I haven't seen Machias' cutscene ever. Like, I don't think many people chill with Machias, so this is good. It's good thing. I think Machias has the lowest, like, achievement rate for you hung out with this person. Are you in Toa's room? Maybe? No? Where are you, Machias? Beryl, are you hiding Machias in here? Machias? It says he's in this building. He's in the chess room, okay. Hey Emma, how's it going? Is the chess room on the first floor? Am I stupid? Am I bad? I might be bad and stupid and it's late. Can you tell I've never chilled out with Machias before in this setting? Okay, not the lit room. You're the chess room? There's the chess room. Machias, my dude. Oh, he looks like he's really into it. Ah, hello there, Reen. Sorry, I was caught up in my game there. No worries, sorry if I disturbed you. Is there a big chess game coming up or something? You seem way more focused than I'd expect for just a regular match. Indeed, there is, and not just any match either. It's a match that'll determine the fate of this club, but I have every intention of completely dominating the upper class students. Chess always seems pretty interesting. Should I stick around and watch? Will you mind if I watched you play for a bit? I'm familiar with the rules at least, and it seems like a pretty involving game even as a spectator. Be my guest. But if you know the rules, how about we play a game instead? I'm sure you'd have more fun than just watching. You sure? Stefan from off screen says, I don't know. And that's checkmate. That didn't take long. That was some high-level play, Machias. I didn't stand a chance. It's nothing special. My father taught me to play when I was young. We've been playing against each other ever since, so I've had years of practice now. So you were playing against adults ever since you were a kid? That definitely explained things. I used to tag along with my dad whenever he went out hunting, but I never got that good at it. Stare! Sorry. No, I shouldn't have reacted like that. Hunting's not an exclusively noble pastime, after all. It's just not that common in Heimdall. I can imagine. Last month's field study gave me a lot to think about. I've come to realize that it's unfair of me to pass judgment on nobles simply for being born into that life. For example, I've never met your parents, but I can tell from talking to you that they're good people. Machias. Man, I am glad we made up. Don't start getting weird on me now. I don't really know what you're talking about, but yeah, friendship's what you's all about. Speaking of which, how about you join your pal in the chess club, Reen? We need as many people as possible if we want to take down the upper class. Sorry, but I'll have to decline. The members of the upper class chess club like humiliating players weaker than they are. This isn't about the fact that they're nobles anymore. They're shaming the very act of playing chess, pure and simple. And Stefan and I aren't going to let that stand. Oh, then I'll be cheering you guys on. Good luck, Machias. Thanks. I won't let you down. That was a really good scene. I love Reen's extremely frank. Man, I'm glad we made up. That's... that evokes good emotions. Christian, holy shit. Next we'll see, next we're gonna go see Fee. that scene's adorable. I really should have hung out with Machias more than I did. in my playthrough. Oh shit! Yeah, no, good advice with seeing Fee. It's important to see her on this day, actually. What's with the stern look, Fee? Turns out I'll be growing some flowers for the club, but I need to go out and get the tools. I see. Sounds tough. Kinda rare to see you this serious about something, though. It happens. Sometimes. Should I give her a hand? Spend some time with Fee. Would you like me to help you out? Sure. Have fun. I wasn't offering to do it for you, Fee. Aw. Holy shit. Our chimney sweep is great. Given how many types of plants there are, you've got no shortage of options. Have you at least got an idea of what you want to raise? Yep. Fee took out a small bag filled with seeds and showed it to Reen. Huh, what are these? Flower seeds. Don't know what they're called. Someone gave them to me when I was in the Corps. Had them ever since. Do you know how to raise them then? Yep, they told me how. They're kind of joking about raising them with love. I don't know if that was a joke. My mom always says the same thing about the plants she grows in our kitchen. So does Edel. I don't know much about love though. Then maybe this is the right time for you to try to raise them. Man, your course sounds so different from the image I've always had in my head. How so? The way you tell it, they sound like one big family in a sense. I always thought Jaegers were like a bit more violent and bloodthirsty, I guess. Maybe I was just being narrow-minded though. Can't blame you. Everyone's more concerned about the negative reputation Jaegers have than anything else. There's some people who can't even accept their existence. What do you mean? Nothing. Let's hurry up and buy the tools and fertilizer. Good idea. Never seen those seeds before, so let's ask Jane for some advice on the best way to raise them. Reen and Fee bought the tools and fertilizer they needed, after which they made their way to the Academy's flower bed to plant the seeds. Yeah, this is important. This is actually a very important event to do with Fee. It unlocks later stuff. That should do it. They should bloom in a few months if I raise them right. I hope they grow up big and strong. Me too. Oh, also, thanks for the help. Anytime. Yeah, so we got some good feedback. Oh my god, Fee is level 3 already. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, okay. Let's just check. Let's just check Reen's bonds really quick. Yeah, I think Fee likes us. Just a little. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, this is gonna be the last scene for the night. I shouldn't save here since I'm reloading the former save. Just impulse at this point. Library. Maybe? Tower, where the frig are you? Okay, there you are. First one. Okay, she's back here. Did I do this event? I don't know if I did. Oh yeah, I did. Nice work today, Reen. Are you looking forward to the midterm results announcements as much as I am? It sounds strange to say it, but I am. You're looking pretty busy for someone who just finished her midterms, though. You bet. Now that the year's halfway through, we've got a lot more to discuss. So much, in fact, that we even reserved this room just to discuss it. There's the Academy Festival, someone wants to do the swimming pool next month. There's about a zillion other events. Man, I guess it isn't real easy being a student council member. I think you're the last person in the world who would actually take this advice, but try not to overwork yourself. I guess I'll consider it. Thanks, Reen. She's just as busy as ever. Maybe there's something I can do to help. Is there anything I can help you with? I've got some spare time. You just seem swamped. Really? That'd be great. It just so happens that our usual note-taker is home nursing a cold today. Would you mind filling in for her? No problem. If there's one thing I can do, it's write notes. And so it fell to Reen to jot down every idea, both helpful and harebrained, raised at the student council meeting. After a short parade of exchanged names, shaken hands, and slightly too long eye contact, he got down to business. Guys, I love the writing in this game. Well, that should cover everything on the agenda. Summer will be here before we know it, so I think the pool should be our highest priority. Agreed, we'll get right on it. We should decide who will be handling each task while we're at it. and allow me to take care of the arrangements regarding the pool. I'll get our documents sorted and hand them over to the requisite instructors. You mean it? Thanks. Let me know if anything comes up. Oh, speaking of which, do you have any updates on what we discussed last month? Just a moment, please. Allow me to gather the necessary documents. She's so good at her job, even the upper class students are hanging on her every word. I guess she didn't just charm her way into our office. Several similarly riveting discussions later, the council meeting drew to a close. Thanks for all the help today, Reen. You really didn't need to stay and help me clean up everything, but I'm glad you did. Nobody's doing so much for us, I'm just trying to return the favor. But you're really something, you know that? That meeting had a ton of stuff to sort out and plan, but you made it look easy. You're like a human student notebook. Thanks? I think you might be exaggerating a bit, though. I couldn't get a thing done without the rest of the student council. Not a thing. Really? You probably saw it during the meeting. We were able to sort everything out because everyone brought their ideas and opinions to the table. I sit in my fancy chair and act out my role as president, but they're the ones doing all the heavy lifting. I never would have thought of it that way. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm really suited to being president, but if everyone believes I am, there's no way I can let them down. Even if I can't meet all their expectations, I want to show them that I'm trying. Wow, I guess that's the best anyone in your shoes could do. Still, Toa's at least got that much to guide her. Maybe if I knew what I wanted to do, if I had that kind of purpose, maybe I'd know what kind of man I want to be. Reen? Boop. President Toa stood on her tiptoes, straining with all her might to reach up and gently pinch Reen's cheeks. What are you doing? Sorry, you just looked so stone-faced there for a second I couldn't help myself. You're a first year, no need to get ahead of yourself. You've got another full year here to figure things out. Wait, you're not psychic, are you? I know how hard you've been working, Reen. I can see it as well as anyone, if not better. I don't know what has you so worried, but your answer will come in time. Just take things step by step. I guess. No, you're right. Deep down, I know what she's saying is true. If I start getting desperate, I'm just going to paralyze myself with fear. We still have a lot more stuff to clean up and put away, but once we finish, I'll make us some tea. That's one way to get me to hurry up. God! They're so sweet! Thus, Reen and Toa finished their cleanup and sat down to enjoy a lovely cup of tea together. Their bond with Toa strengthened. Okay, so yeah, that's where I'm gonna call it. I shouldn't save, because once again, we're reloading to see the rest of the scenes the next time we play. But yeah, Toa's my favorite. There's, like, Reen's got some, like, his perceptions of the world cause him unnecessary friction, and, it's rough for him. And I think of all the characters, weirdly, Toa, Eustace, and Crow are the ones who pick up on it the most. So I always love seeing scenes with those characters because I can see Reen sort of improving. Like, improving for his own sake, not for somebody else's, and that always makes me extremely happy. The difference between those characters is Toa is also similarly a mess, and I love to see that just like, man, you're probably not gonna take this advice, but have you ever thought about not overworking yourself? And she's like, haha, no! Yeah, sorry, that's me gushing for a little bit. With no further ado, oh god, I talked for 5 hours. With no further ado, I think I'm gonna call this evening to a close. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We had like a consistent 70 people, which is unbelievable to me for 5 hours of JRPG. Let me swap the screens really quick. Swap to the crawl. Play this. Whew. Throw my headphones on. It's been hours. Oh boy, and I believe we might have fan art. I haven't checked. I haven't looked at my computer in hours. Oh my god. This is just wonderful. This is, let me grab this. Sorry, my setup is, a little janky today because I am moving. Let me drop this. We've got, holy crap, this is extremely nice. PC display. We've got this fantastic art from Johnny Dragon. Thank you so much. This is, the best Toa. You make me so happy. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Whew. And we have a got a good image edit here from Agent J-Wall. We got my favorite book, Christ, Who's Gonna Die First? Thank you both so much. Holy shit. Thank you everybody who tuned in for the stream. Thank you everybody who subbed, donated, watched Windrose last night. Says nice things to me on a regular basis. Says nice things to me on an irregular basis. You're all the best. Thank you so much. To avoid getting super sentimental with this, just being able to stream and have you guys respond positively, all those mentions of like, oh man, I'm having a rough time, or hell, I'm even just having a good time, they mean a lot. Yeah, I'm just so goddamn grateful, so thank you all. I hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're here next time.